Hello people, it's your boy Sleepy Joe Gaming. This is the 2.5k Gauntlet Challenge. I'm going to master every single class in Mythic Plus, better that be a healer, a tank, or DPS. I'm gonna leave that down to a spinning of a wheel. Yes, I'm a main paladin. Yes, apparently we've got this stigma that we've got no brains, it's the easiest class. Well, I'm gonna prove that wrong. I'm going to play every single class. We're not going to see any guides apart from little tips on gear. And then we're just going to endure the whole of the dungeons. I'm going to run through pros, I'm going to run through cons, and I'm going to run through what I'd like and what I dislike about the class. I'm going to do it all live over on Twitch. And then I'm going to bring the series to the YouTube. Firstly, starting off with the paladin and working my way through. Let's get into it, people! Red paladins have been iconic since classic WoW. Smashing enemies with holy power, balancing bursts with support. In Mythic Plus, they fill the role of heavy hitting DPS with a strong group utility. Let's name some of the pros for a Retribution Paladin. One of the pros for a Retribution Paladin is the grouping. Large amount of adds in one space. Divine Storm absolutely tears through the opponents, making quick work of the mobs and making it easy to top them boards. Another pro is, for this example, there's no pools left, so I make the quick, rash decision to smash on the Divine Shield, saving me from all the damage and probably saving my life on this boss. Playing a Paladin gives you that space and gives you a certain amount of time to make mistakes. So when people say it is an easy class to play, I wouldn't say it's like an easy class, but what I would say is it does have a lot of mitigation effects, like Divine Shield, which obviously blanks 100% damage. One of the cons about playing a Retribution Paladin is weaker single target damage. Their single target damage might not as be impressive compared to the other top performing specializations, especially in single target focused dungeon scenarios, e.g. bosses. It can be a little bit challenging for the paladin. Another con as well of being a paladin, you're very rare that you see two paladins in the same group, especially DPS wise. And maybe even a tank or healer, because they actually bring the same, like holy and protection can provide the same utility potential, making like a Retribution Paladin's presence redundant in some group compositions. I'm going to run through the dungeons of most hated, semi-hate, I might die here, breathe, yawn. In the Season 3, the War Within, which I found on my Paladin. So we're going to start with hate. I think everyone's gonna agree with this for a Paladin and many other classes, which Dawnbreaker. Easy one. Hate. The amount of bugs in this place, it doesn't matter what class you are, is horrendous. Oh my god, I got stuck. That was weird. Semi-hate. So it hasn't actually got both the dungeons, because Gambit I actually don't mind, but Streets can get to semi-hate. I hate Streets. It's such a mess. You're always pulling mobs in the back, unless you like a class that can. I mean, I can bubble, but I can't. I can bubble, but I can't flash or anything like that. So it's kind of annoying. I do butt pull, especially with one of my abilities as well, which is the hammer ability. I forgot what it's called, but you get like a spinning hammers around you, and when you've completed like the set of mobs and you're trying to creep past another mob, it tags one, which is absolutely annoying. So for me, I hate Streets. It is abysmal. Next, we're going to go with Ecodome, I think. Ecodome has a lot of, especially near the end, has a lot of like AoE down at the bottom. Yes, you probably could bubble it, but you know, I'm dead before I even see the AoE on the floor, so it's quite annoying. It's quite annoying as a paladin. Maybe I'll put that to hate. put that to semi-hate, because I don't mind Dome. It's kind of easy. It's just some of the mobs are a bit annoying to deal with, just with like the AoE sort of things and the dots that get put on the floor as well. I mean, if you pull wrong in the last stage, it's a little bit annoying. But these lot I don't really mind. So I'm going to say Priory. I'm going to say Priory, just purely for the fact of the pulls at the start, because they are annoying. Again, butt pulling, and then if you die, you've got to run back through the mobs and stuff. I hate doing that. Priory is literally another one. I'm debating these off of like depletion. You're going to be people are going to be quite annoyed of my top one, but we're going to go with it. So my next one, Operation Flashpoint, hate it. There's too many mobs in this dungeon and too many like paths to follow. So when I'm just about to engage like a mob, I burst, and then obviously the tank goes a different way. It's kind of annoying. Obviously with a paladin, one of your trinkets that I'm going to touch base with later, the trinket like aligns with one of your abilities, so if you burst both of them at the same time, your next pull is going to be horrendous on damage. Next one is Halls of Atonement. I think it's a breeze. In higher up keys, you're gonna get troubles with the mobs, because you're gonna have to start focusing your kicks and obviously your blinding light and stuff. So that this can become dangerous when you start to hit like the 14s and 15s. And my yawn is Arakara. I think it's absolutely easy. Again, at the start of the video, you can just bubble the pools, so you don't even have to focus about the pools. You've got cleanse, so you can get rid of the poisons. In this dungeon, if you die on the last boss, you just get off the paladin. Just get off the paladin. You don't deserve to play a paladin. So yeah guys, that's my tier list go through. I'm going to do this for every single class though, so I'm quite intrigued of how different this is going to be. I'm pretty sure Arakara is going to be on hate for most of them, but yeah, let's get back into it. Next, I want to talk about abilities, the ones that actually like stand out in Mythic Plus. Now, obviously, the first thing you want to point out is Interrupt. So the Paladin is called Rebuke. Interrupts spellcasting and prevents any spell in that school from being cast for 3 seconds, which is banging. It's got a 15-second cooldown, so you should be blasting this every time it is up. Next is the Hammer of Justice. This is banging to isolate a target. It stuns them for 6 seconds, so you ain't got to worry about stuns, you ain't got to worry about anything else. So this works really well on the casters. The only thing is they will keep in place. So if your tank's trying to like keep them in one target area, probably not press it, because it won't be able to be pulled for 6 seconds, which is massive in Mythic Plus. Next thing I want to touch on is Blinding Light. Now this is diminishing returns, so it emits dazzling light in all directions, blinding enemies within 10 yards, causing them to wander disorientated. This doesn't make them wander because they'll be casting instantly again afterwards, but it is a good interrupt breaker, so obviously the team has them few extra seconds to get their interrupts in, and it will disrupt a large amount of units, so it's always worth banging in, but again they will instantly cast afterwards. I'm healing myself. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Easy clap, easy clap. I think that was the tank and healer though, to be fair. I thought me doing my own key, it would be easy, but obviously not. He's what it is. Failed it. Failed it. Oh, I got an item anyway. Oh, I got a hero. Fucking waste. Yeah.
Mr. Overby says, content
left. 6 minutes left, chat. No! How am I only 1920? If you get what I mean. I don't want to say it because it's a bit rude, but
Matcha Cham says it was a fucking nightmare having to fill with pugs for Mythic Raid last season.
Easy work. What's that? Easy.
Dax 313 says, easy.
Easy clap, Dax. You know it. You ready? Let's go. We're lagging. We're lagging.
Unlucky says, do that anyway. Spin for everything else. Bear Unlucky says, don't use the word.
Look, we've got Demon Hunter. Oh my god. Yeah. The fucking 3 tanks in a row. Okay. Okay.